This is the Thermacell MR450 insect repeller, a good option when you're out camping to keep those insects at bay. I'm going to tell you all about it. Let's get started.
Hit it.
G'day folks, Ben from Stoners here today with the Thermacell MR450 insect repeller. It's quite a unique product. I'm going to tell you all about it. Now, Thermacell actually make quite a range of these in sort of lanterns and patio style ones, also ones for hiking. But what I'm showing you today is one that's really popular for camping. Now, I personally have one of these because my wife is particularly subject to insect or to mosquito bites. Now, they weigh about 180 grams, about 20 centimeters in height, about 7.5 centimeters wide, about 4.5 centimeters deep. When you buy the kit, you get the unit itself with a belt clip, and you get a little battery that goes inside this unit here under these screws here. Take that off and you can put a little battery inside, and that operates this light, which I'll tell you about shortly. You also get one of these little gas cartridges because it runs off a gas cartridge, and one of these will give you about 12 hours of run time. And you also get 3 pads that go in there. Now, this contains the active ingredient called alethrin. I don't know much about the science behind just what that is, but that's the active ingredient. You get 3 of those. They look like this inside, and they go inside here and sit on top of a little pad that's warmed up by the gas that burns inside here and puts out a little mist that you can see as it burns to repel the insects. Now, they say it gives 21 square meters of coverage. There's pictures on there that show a dome of protection around you. Now, that's obviously very dependent on the weather that you're in. If it's windy, you're not going to get that much protection. What I've found is they're probably just as effective as, say, mosquito coils. Not as smelly as mosquito coils, though. If you were to put it on the table in an average size campsite sitting around the table, it gives you reasonable protection of mosquitoes in that sort of space. Now, moving to lighting the unit here, we're going to use this button here, which has got start written on it, in combination with this switch here, and we're going to look in the little window on the end of the unit here to see when it's lit. So first step is to come around to the front and we flick this across to on. Now that's opening up the gas into the unit here. I'm now going to look in the end window here while I click this button, and I'll be able to see a little flame light in there. So I'll get it started and then we'll show you. Give it a few seconds and that will start to light up, so I can hear that gas is lit now. And I'm just waiting for there we go, it's just starting to glow red in there now. So if you look in this window, you can see there's a little red glow that's indicating that the gas is flowing. It's lit, and that lit gas and that little flame inside there is now heating up this panel in behind the pad there, and about 15-20 minutes for that to warm up, and you'll start to see a little bit of mist coming out from there, and that's the insect repellent coming away from the unit. It smells only a little bit. It's certainly not as smelly or as messy as mosquito coils. It's a much cleaner, neater way about getting protection, mosquito protection in your campsite. One other thing I want to mention is this light that I talked about earlier. Now that's operated from the little battery inside here. That will glow blue. It takes about maybe 15 to 20 minutes for this to heat up and really start to sort of get mist around. Maybe about 30 minutes time, you'll see this come on. Now that's the zone indicator. That's an indication, probably more so, that the unit is just operating as it should be. And you've got the 21 square meters of protection around you, but obviously that's dependent on the weather. So you'll see that blue light comes on, means it's working. If it happens to go off, you need to check the gas and also maybe possibly check the pad as well. But every 4 hours for the pad, 12 hours for the gas. Leave it sitting on the table, and it's going to give you insect protection without all that messy, smoky stuff. Now to switch it off, we come to the switch on the front here. Just flick that across to the off position. That'll shut the gas off. You need to wait probably about 15-20 minutes for that to cool down. Then you're good to pack it away and use it next time. Now you can get refill packs for all of these. This comes as a single butane cartridge with 3 pads, and there's a bulk pack here as well. So grab some extras, keep them in your camp kit. I don't go camping without it. It stays in the back of my car. Provides pretty good protection, I'd say, for around a camp table. I'm not sure if I've ever had sort of full, I've never really measured to see if I've got the full 21 square meters of protection around me. On a still night, if this was burning long enough and it sort of had time to spread a little bit, I'd say you probably would. But I find it's a good alternative to those sort of smelly, messy mosquito coils that you would use on a camp table. I leave it on the table, gives good protection for the family sitting around while you're having some dinner. You can check these out online at snowies.com.au, but we're not going to be able to ship them around Australia because they do come with butane cartridges inside, but you can pop in store and grab them. Check out all the details at snowies.com.au. If you've got any questions, let us know down in the comments below. Subscribe to our channel, you'll get all of our latest information, or check out some other videos like this one down here.